expansion team that we've seen in the NHL in previous years?
Yeah, obviously it's pretty special what they're doing right now. I think they have a very competitive group over there, which a lot of people forget at times. All these guys, they've played in the league for a while, and they're all good players. And it's just it's cool to see how they got together and had such a good start. For us, it's about outworking them tonight, and it's a good chance for us to get 2 points.
It kind of says a little bit about hockey in general that it all boils down to how hard a team works and how they work together.
Yeah, for sure. You can see it. Those guys obviously they've never played together, and they got together real quick, and most of the nights they outwork teams, and that's how they win. And that's something that I think we've been doing lately pretty well.
Yeah, maybe just expand on that, man. If you look at your last however many 6 games, 7 games, do you feel like the quality in your guys' game has come up significantly in the last few weeks?
Yeah, for sure. I think we've been we've been a lot more solid. I think defensively we haven't been giving up as much, and we're still struggling to put up goals here and there, but that'll come. I think every team goes through something like that, and we have to make sure we're ready to go tonight, and just play our game.
If you look at the number of penalties that as a team you've drawn the last little bit here, I mean, you haven't drawn that many. Is there something in your game that, when you're not drawing penalties, you have to start doing more of, or is that just an anomaly?
Well, a lot of times it's about how hard you work, right? I think obviously there's always calls that the refs miss or bad calls, but it's a fast game, and you can't blame the refs for that. I'm sure there was a few calls that other refs would have called last game, or the other way around, same. So, we have to make sure we keep working, and eventually they'll come.
That was a pretty solid road trip.
the road, Ryan? Maybe how do you bottle some of that and have it at home as well?
Yeah, I don't know what seems to be the difference right now, but I mean the way that we're playing on the road, especially this past road trip, we've tightened things up a lot, and that's the way that the attitude that we need to take coming into tonight. I mean, especially the way that we finished off our homestand. Last time definitely wasn't good enough, but we responded on the road well, and it was a pretty good road trip for us.
You've seen Puljujärvi in his numerous stints in the NHL. Do you see something different in him in the last couple of games? What would that be?
I think confidence for him. I mean, he's got all the tools. He's a big kid. He's got a great shot. He can really fly. So if he has the confidence in himself to be able to go out there and do that, he's going to be a force. And we kind of saw that, especially against the Rangers. He picked up the puck. He put the puck on net and just go get it. And like I said, he was a force. And obviously, I just got to find him in the right spot to shoot the puck, and he'll find a way to put it in.
He seems to want to put himself into positions to unload. He'll stand there with cocked and ready to go. How valuable is that for maybe what this team needs?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, he's definitely a pure shooter. I mean, he's got the heavy shot, and most of the time it goes where he wants it. So, especially playing with him. Like you said, he kind of sometimes will be a little rush. He stops up, puts himself in a one-timer spot. So I got to be able to find him when he's cocked and ready like that.
Ryan, what would you take on this Vegas team and just to start it off to? It's not your typical expansion team we've seen in years past.
Yeah, no, haven't got to play them yet, obviously, so it'll be a little bit new tonight, but obviously they've done well so far, and kind of the reports are just saying that the super hard-working team and very determined right now. So, I mean, we got to find a way to match that right off the get-go and make sure that we dictate the pace tonight.
No doormat in the division. People were thinking they're going to come in.
Morning. Morning. You shovel this morning, Jack? Did you get your shovel out? Yeah, right. You didn't even think about it. You didn't even think about it.
Vegas is an expansion team, but they're not your typical expansion team. This is the first time you get to see them. What have you seen out of them, and are you surprised at how well they play?
I'm not completely surprised. I would say their record surprises me a little bit when I go back to the traditional expansion type success. But the people that are running the program, George and Kelly, do a tremendous job of scouting. They spent a lot of time in constructing the team, and obviously I know Gerard Gallant real well. So between the three of them, they've done a really good job of putting their team together, and I would say they've developed an identity a lot faster than any of the other expansion teams in the past. Now it's a decade between, at least a decade between expansion teams, but they've done a good job, and when you get that identity developed quickly, you get confidence and you just play, and that's what they're doing.
Are they a different team to match up against because, you know, maybe you have the top end talent, but all four of their lines kind of play the same pace they've got going as well?
Well, I don't know if they're difficult to match up against, and whether you're asking me that about line matching or team-wise, but they come at you with four different lines that all play the same way. They've bought into their system. They're pretty detailed, committed to work ethic. I think their D are quite mobile, which certainly helps them break out of their end quickly and get it up the ice. And I actually think their goaltending injuries may have helped them a little bit because they have a pack mentality of defending and protecting that position right now. So, you know, sometimes when you've got the star goaltender in there, you can play loose and take more chances. They've battened down the hatches and they play for the goaltender.
Just asking, you know, in this call, you mentioned the word confidence. A player that has the skills that Jesse has, is that sometimes just a fine difference between making an impact or not? Is his level of confidence?
Well, I think confidence, you know, it wavers. It goes up and down in any individual. Best players in the world, they feel really good at one point and they feel a little bit not so good at another. Jesse's no different. He's at a younger age, so he's got to deal with those ups and downs. But I believe he has more confidence right now because he's doing some of the things away from the puck and attacking the puck better, so he feels like he's in the play more, and his teammates appreciate that. So he's had two quite good games for us, and we would like to see that continue. I'm sure he would like it as well.
Todd, your team is third in shots on goal. You're right up there, possession numbers if you want. So it would seem like you have the puck a lot, but you're last in drawing penalties. What is your team not doing to force the other team in situations to take penalties? Do you need to see something collectively from your group better when you have the puck?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, to tell you the truth. I don't know why it varies. I looked at our number of penalties drawn from this year to last year, and we're 2 behind. You know, so it's not a significant change after 17 games. So it's not an anomaly for us to have dropped 2 penalties in 17 games. So we're at our average. You know, I don't know if you know, if there's times where we could hold on to the puck maybe longer and draw the penalty rather than giving it up. A little more intensity maybe in and around the blue paint. But I don't have the answer for that question. Obviously, if we did, we'd be pounding that drum in the locker room. You know, the other night we went through a game without a penalty called against us. Ironically, Washington didn't draw a penalty when they were in this building, so we can call it even. But yet I can referee the game after. It's real easy for us. We can referee the game after and make 5 or 6 calls. It's not the way it works. The referees have a tough job. It's happening 100 miles an hour out there. We all talk about how fast the game is getting. It's getting fast for them as well. And, you know, we have to keep our heads pointed forward, eyes up, and keep going, and maybe some of those calls will go our way.
You feel like the quality of your play has been better overall on the road so far this year?
Yep.
So what's there on the road that
We check. We check on the road. You don't keep teams to 1 or 2 by accident. We check on the road. When we get home, we have a tendency to want to open it up. And, you know, a famous word that we all use in the hockey world is cheat, and there's probably no definition for it until you actually sit with players and show them situations, because cheat's a pretty common word that's used. But when you look at some of the situations that we've given up goals or chances on, there has been some cheat in our game. And it's not just about blowing the zone and going the other way. It's about whether you're in a lane, whether you're anticipating a defensive play before an offensive play. And that's occurred at home. We have to clean that up.
Have you seen that before? Is that a normal characteristic for a team, or is this?
No, it happens. There's 31 teams in the league. Every coach in the league has used that word umpteen times already this year, whether you're in first place or last place. It's just the amount that it happens. And our success, the majority of our points have come through checking. They've come through the ability to shut other teams down, strong penalty kill, good goaltending, and then the offense will come. Sometimes when we're at home, I think we have the mentality of thinking of it the other way. Thanks.